Hello students, in the previous video of this chapter you have learnt about the subsidiary alliance, expansion of the British rule in India. Now in this video we will learn about the annexation policy, different reforms, dissatisfaction among people towards British rule in India. The aim of Wellesley's policy of expansion was to enslave the native kingdoms without using much of the British resources. The states that accepted the subsidiary alliance considered the British as their friends. Eventually, in the absence of internal and external threat, they became irresponsible and their administration started deteriorating. The outcome of the conspiracy of the British was the anarchy in many princely states. The Indian rulers got trapped in it. The British got an excuse to start interfering into the internal affairs of these states on the pretext of putting an end to the anarchy. They annexed many states under the same excuse. Thereafter, Burma, present-day now, Myanmar and regions of the Punjab were also annexed. What is Doctrine of Lapse? It is a Lord Dalhousie's policy. The Governor-General from 1848 to 1856 devised the doctrine. It means that a kingdom could be annexed if the king died without a male heir. In this way, Jhansi, Nagpur, Satara, Sambalpur, etc. became the victim of policy of annexation. Dalhousie aimed at helping the British traders to make huge profits from the trading. The trading of tea, coffee and cotton started by capturing the areas that produced these commodities on a large scale. To consolidate the British rule in India and to run the administration smoothly, many changes were introduced by Dalhousie in India. During his tenure, first railway line was started between Mumbai and Thane. The modern-day postal system, which we are using, started in India under his tenure. An wireless system between India and England was introduced during his tenure. He passed a law to ban child marriage. Child marriage is the form of marriage of children who are below 18 years of age. The Indian laws prohibits marriages where either the girl below 18 years of age or the boy has not attained 21 years of age. It is a big problem in Indian society as the whole life of children, especially the girls, get disturbed due to this evil problem. And advocated widow remarriage. In ancient Hindu society, widow remarriage was considered as a sin because a widow was expected to mourn the death of her husband throughout her life. On the other hand, a widower, a man who has lost his wife, was expected to marry again. English education spread in India during this time. According to Macaulay, English education should be imparted in place of traditional Indian learning because the Oriental culture was defective and unholy. He believed in education a few upper and middle class students. In the course of time, education would trickle down to the masses. He wished to create a class of Indians who were the Indian in color and blood but English in taste and affiliation. The first three universities in India were established in Mumbai, Chennai and Kolkata in the year 1857 CE. Thus, these reforms were basically for the expansion of British rule and ease in administration. Although Indians benefited later on, they had to suffer a lot with the introduction of British reforms. After the policy of subsidiary alliance, Dalhousie's policy of annexation shook the whole nation terrible. This resulted in the dissatisfaction among the people towards the British. You must have seen the film Kranti and Mangal Pandey. If you have not seen, then try and see these movies. At this time, the people were suppressed under the dictatorial regime of the British. In addition to that, the reforms made by Dalhousie added fuel to fire. Different people reacted differently to railways, facilities of post office, telegraph and western education. Orthodox people felt that the British wanted to destroy their culture. The reforms done by the British were basically for running the administration smoothly. The dissatisfaction of people had reached a point of saturation and they were in the state of rebellion, which resulted in the freedom movement of 1857. Now let's have a look at the points to remember. The points are Wellesley's policy of subsidiary alliance, Dalhousie's policy of annexation, divide and rule policy, reforms for the expansion of British rule in India, first railway line, postal system, wireless system, advocated widow remarriage, banned child marriage, English education, and many more reforms. Dissatisfaction among people and Orthodox people felt that British destroyed their culture and resulted in the freedom movement of 1857. Think and try to answer the following questions. Think. I hope students you have understood the chapter well in this video and the previous video of this chapter. Thank you.